What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Let's Talk Tottenham. Today, I wanted to do another video talking about the newest transfer rumors since Gareth Bale and Sergio Reguilon. It's hard to believe that we still have more rumors to come. I mean, this is Tottenham Hotspur. We don't buy anybody. And yet this summer looks to be a summer of spending, and I'm really excited about that. So we've brought in Bale, we brought in Reguilon, but the word on the street is that we're also going to be adding another striker. Thank goodness. We've been needing one since we lost Llorente. And potentially another center back. So here's some of the rumors I thought I'd share with you. And as always, if you want to see some of this content for yourself, links are always in the description down below. And you can check these rumors out for yourself and make your own judgment call. I'd love to hear from you about what you think as well. So it looks like the first one is a center back, Min-Jae, looking bound for North London after making his intentions clear. Now, this came out back on Friday, September 18th. And in the article, it says this, that these are some of the best sources coming out of Korea. And it bears mentioning that Spurs have not tabled their formal offer, but it seems that Lazio showed them the way. The Italian club's bid was 13 million plus add-ons. So they're saying once, the Reguilon and Bale transfers kind of die down, this might be a move that Spurs make. Now, in terms of connecting with Heung-min Son, obviously this would be awesome to see another Korean on the team. And it sounds like this guy has, a lot of upside in terms of his youth, his ability, his drive. So he might be a great signing for Spurs. But he's not the only one. Spurs are also linked with Ruben Dias, and there's been an update on the striker chase as well in this. But just to kind of talk about Ruben Dias, the one thing that makes me hesitant about this one is that he has an $80 million release clause. Now, in this article, they do say this. I'll read it here. It says the North London club are making a splash in the summer market with a loan deal in return of club legend Gareth Bale. Close. They talked about Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Joe Hart, Matt Doherty, and it would appear that Mourinho already has his next target in his sights in the form of Dias. A report from the London Evening Standard states that the Portuguese boss feels that adding another center back would be key this season, and Dias is said to be his preferred option. Benfica were adamant that the 23-year-old was not for sale at the start of the summer. However, after Benfica failed to qualify for the Champions League, the report adds that they have now changed their stance. He has an $80 million release clause in his contract, but Spurs would expect that fee to drop significantly given that Benfica need to balance their books. Now, this is maybe potentially something that Spurs would do, but I think if they're going to spend their money, they're going to spend it on a striker. I don't think they're going to spend a ton of money on a center back. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You tell me. But I feel like if they're going to spend a good chunk of change, it's going to be on that striker position. It's something that's so needed when Harry Kane gets an injury, and especially with all the games that they have this season. And that's not including international games. That makes his schedule even more thick and fast. And so you think if we can get that striker, get that position settled, and then we've got I would say we've got Sanchez, we've got Dyer, we've got Alderweireld. We've got Tanganga. There's 4 right there. Foyth is probably on his way out. But yeah, you do start to wonder, would this be the right signing to spend, a significant chunk of that change on this Benfica center back? Now, one thing that I don't have time to really mention and go through all the details of is that there's going to be a lot of outs. There has to be to be Spurs. I expect to see. There's some rumors about Dele that we'll talk about, but man, Lucas Moura might be on his way out. Eric Lamela looks like he's going to stay. I think if he was going to leave, he would have seen Bale take his number. But yeah, so and then obviously Danny Rose, Juan Foyth, Paulo Gazzaniga is a question mark. So yeah, in terms of outs, something has to happen in order for us to make some more spending happen. But it's great to see that Spurs are making these moves earlier on, not just on deadline day. and hopefully they can bring somebody in that striker position and center back position. Now, speaking of strikers, the search for a striker may end in Bundesliga. This was interesting. Man, this name is hard for me to say. I'm not sure how exactly you would say it, but Wout Weghorst. And maybe there's a V sound in there, so I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. But in terms of rumors, this also feels like a rumor of rumors. People have kind of thrown his name around. There's actually a great video on Twitter that I saw that kind of dives into what kind of a striker he is. Some have even called him like kind of the Dutch Peter Crouch. And so I'll find that and leave a link for you in the description so you can see that as well if you've never heard of him before, just like me anyway. Normally when we're diving through a couple of sources, it starts to enter Bat Country because the link comes from some random tabloid. The reason it's not Bat Country is because Christoph Terrier chimed in on Twitter. And again, sorry if I messed up that name. So he chimed in, and it's now a deleted tweet. But it's stated that he expected Spurs to sign the striker. Deleting the tweet was probably covering his backside and not wanting to take away from the original reporting. But the fact that he's retweeting the article coupled with the source being good means this is very much a thing. I think that would be awesome. Spurs need it. They'd love some height for crosses coming in for Reguilon and Doherty. And, you know, Harry Kane for that matter. Harry Kane's getting assists, 4 assists today. Doubled his assists. His total assists last season were 2. He has 4 already in just 1 game. So exciting to see. Now, the last rumor I want to talk about is an out rumor, and it's regarding Dele Alli. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that Dele Alli has been offered to many clubs in the last few days. Tottenham want him out after signing Gareth Bale. Real Madrid refused to get him on loan as part of the deal. PSG are in talks with his agent and considering him. Other clubs are also in the race. And this was as of this morning. So he was left out of the team. But what I wanted to mention was that Jose, in his post-match press conference, mentioned that he might be in the squad on Tuesday. And from what we heard from our friend Alistair Gold in his video, he said that Dele Alli is very much part of Spurs' plans, at least at the moment. So you'd hope that being left out of the squad, you know, that Dele reacts to that. Because I don't want to see Dele go. Personally, I think he still has so much more to give, not just to this team, but just in general as a soccer player. And so hopefully he won't be on his way out. But if he is, I mean, that would provide significant funds in terms of if we wanted that, you know, strong center back and a strong striker position, not just someone who's backup, but someone who's going to challenge for those places, that's going to keep everybody on their toes and up the competition, both on the practice field and on the pitch. So anyway, those are the current rumors that I've got right now. There's many, many more, but you know, it's too much to put them all in here. But that's what I found. That's what I wanted to share. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about a center back and a striker? Who would you like to see Spurs sign? You know, I've seen even things about Diego Costa, and if I'm honest, man, I'm ignoring those because I don't really want Diego Costa playing in lily white. I just don't feel like, you know, maybe it's because of his time at Chelsea or whatnot, but just him as a player, he's just not someone that I'd like to see playing for our club. That's just my personal opinion. But you tell me, would you rather have Diego Costa than this Dutchman? Who would you like to see in lily white? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers. And we've just recently seen a lot more new subscribers. I just want to thank everyone who's been watching these videos. Thanks so much. It really means a lot. And for those who are commenting, I love the comments. I read them all, and I get in there and try to share my thoughts as well. So it's great to be doing this with you, and such an exciting time as a Spurs fan. So as ever, it was great talking with you, and we'll see you next time.